Hello and welcome to another episode of the Calumet Wilderness with Sam Love. I am your host, Sam Love. Right now I'm in the city and now I'm in the woods. Isn't that amazing? Where am I where I can have city and woods in close proximity like this? Well, I am in West Pullman Park. I'm on the far south side of Chicago. It's a small neighborhood park, and the east end of it has been converted into a natural savanna. So this is a remnant of the great woodlands that would have been here before development. The West Pullman neighborhood, obviously it takes its name from the Pullman neighborhood, which was developed in the very early 1880s. So as that company grew, and you started to see more development a little bit to the south and west. But this little area here gives us a taste of what it may have been like long before that. If you look from above, you can see this is it's a well-developed, densely populated urban neighborhood. No high-rises, it's all 1- and 2-story brick homes. So most of this is from the early 20th century into mid-century. But this little remnant here remains. The savanna is just over 1.5 acres. And there's about 60 trees up here on this little hilltop. A lot of spiderwort and red columbine in bloom right now. So it's neat. Brown, green, red, and blue, purple. Pretty nice. All these woodland sunflowers right here. So as we look around, we can see a lot of mature oaks, some really cool gnarly old bur oaks, and a really good, pretty consistent canopy above us. So how did this come to be? And this little respite from developed civilized life right here. This preserved area actually dates back to only 2002, 20 years ago, when the Chicago Park District, along with some other partners, decided to preserve this, put some fencing along the outside, stop mowing in between the trees, and let the native plants restore. And it was actually somewhat of a controversial thing. A lot of people in this neighborhood felt they had a big, half of their park taken from them. The fences aren't exactly inviting. Sometimes people get uncertain, am I allowed to even be in this? Is this for plants and insects and animals only? Non-human animals? Sometimes these agencies can be a little heavy-handed, and we do need to consider the residents, but as well, I think this is a beautiful, beautiful thing out here, and I visit it every few years, just take some pictures of how it develops over the years and how it changes over the seasons. And yeah, very peaceful in here. You can see a snag. Dead trees are important to the ecosystem as well. They provide housing for so many critters. So it's really cool to see that they've kept that element instead of just pulling it all out. I think the other reason why it's important to communicate intentions with projects like this is you had a bunch of people out here who thought that the park district had just stopped taking care of the park. You can just make out a slight rise in the land here. So we're walking to what would have been the hilltop. And then 200 years ago, we could turn and look out this way to the south, and we would see the little Calumet River. The river is about a half a mile south of here. And if you didn't know that rivers move and have a life of their own, now you do. So if you find yourself on the far south side of Chicago, come check this out. This little postage-sized remnant of what would have been just a beautiful oak grove 200 years ago, sticking out above the river, surrounded by the prairie. And today we've got tidy brick mid-century homes and freshly mowed yards. But yeah, worth the trip over, worth the short walk. Very difficult to find parking around here, by the way, but that's all right. All right, I hope you enjoyed this short look at West Pullman Park and this beautiful black oak savanna here. If you enjoyed that, please check out some of my other videos. Click that subscribe button if you're feeling so inclined, and I'll see you again in another episode of the Calumet Wilderness.